What is up, you beautiful carbon slingers and lead plinkers? My name is Matt, this is the Meat Hunters. Today, we're looking at my 2022 hunting rig. I actually tried to film this outside yesterday, but my camera had a little bit of a Biden moment and well, the memory died. You can put the orange rings on, you could mix and match, you could put the rainbow ones on if you wanted. And before we actually look at the bow, you should probably subscribe to this channel. It's fake scientific news that subscribers to this channel shoot straighter, get more animals, and you know, are just better. Don't make this awkward, just hit the subscribe button, please. First up, my rig. This is the Darton Spectra E. It's 32 inches A-to-A and it's a beautiful bow. I went to the ATA show this year and shot all the bows apart from Prime actually. And this was by far the bow with the smoothest draw cycle in it. And for me, that is a really big factor. There's no lumps in the draw cycle at all, okay? It is straight up a smooth round pull right into the back. There's no weird going into the valley or anything like that. No technical marketing terms for bad cam draw. But anyway, and it's just nice and smooth the whole way back. There is nothing at all weird about the draw cycle. But so if you've got like a bad shoulder or something like that, I can really highly recommend this bow. I've got it set at 70 pounds. I go to Africa on Monday, so I'll be like blooding it hopefully for the first time. So far I've just done a bunch of shooting with it, and I tell you what, it tuned up really fast as well. I did 4 confirmation shots on the paper tuning, just to make sure that it was a consistent tear. And then I nudged it twice, boom, done. It was punching bullet holes, it's good. One of my favorite features, which I gotta get up close for, in the handle here, a little recess in it here. And of course, that's not for grip. We all know you don't grip your riser. What that is a little sensory reminder, just so you know you can feel that your fingers are in the right spot. Kind of like the Bowmar nose button. It does the same thing. It's just a nice little reminder and a good way to become more consistent with your shooting. Also forgot to mention, this beautiful bow is in what they call Ursi camo. It's a newer camo company that's out there. I do believe it's American owned. It's kind of like that digital forest camo, and I really, really dig it. It's nice. It's a little bit different, which is what you want, right? And I think they've done a good job on it. So I'm really happy with the presentation, and the bow looks sexy. It's beautiful. Sexy. So next up, what's going on it? Stabilizer. So again, for this one, up a little bit closer. This year, I'm running the beautiful dead center stabilizer. This thing is absolute rock solid. I've already put it through its paces in New Zealand as well. I had absolutely no worries at all. Super quick release. I just want to say, not sponsored by Dead Center. Just screw it off, slide it out, and same to go back in. The shaft's like a really strong carbon. You can add as many weights to the front of this as you want. Like you could go extra large, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's fully customizable as well. You can even change these dampeners around to the same color. You could have rainbow colored if you want. Even they've got shafts come in camo and you name it, right? It's an awesome component for anyone's bow. Very good quality, and so far I've really got nothing bad to say about it at all. So we got the stabilizer. Now time to have a look at the sight. This little beauty here is called the EZ-V. Now I've killed 22 animals with it last season. I don't think I'm ever going to change bow sights, which makes me quite sad because I like tinkering and I like new things. But I guess much like when you find your wife, it's the one for you, it's the one for you. If you're unfamiliar with the EZ-V, basically there's no pins, which is beautiful, especially if you've got target panic and stuff like that. It auto ranges. All you need to do is set the animal's lungs between these 2 gaps, right? The further away you get, the smaller the lungs get, so the further down the V it fits. Really, really nifty. It's set up to do with your arrow speed. It comes with a whole bunch of different inserts. Very easy to set up, very easy to adjust and stuff like that. And after I got the paper tuning done on this, I think I got this set up in 4 shots. So, you know, it's good. And like I say, the best thing about me telling you this is that I'm not sponsored by EZ-V. I just used it a lot last year, and 22 animals is that's a good test run. It's a good test run. So now we don't have much left to go, but we do have the quiver, a pretty important part of any hunting setup. So yeah, let's have a look at this up close. This, of course, a lot of people know this one. It's a tight spot, right? A really, really nice quiver. I've actually upgraded my quiver the first time this year. I'd been using the one that I had since I'd started with it. Apart from I had a quiver laser at one spot as well. Again, I'm not sponsored by Tight Spot at all. Just really like the design of it. Look how snug it fits to your bow. It's beautiful. There's no like, you know, awkward setting out. If I just let it balance in my hand, the bow, it sits pretty damn level. It's not bad at all. You know, once I have that locked back, it's going to be even better. So that's awesome. It's so nice to have the weight straight up and down the riser. So now we get into the X-rated part, the penetration. What am I using for my arrow setup this year? Brand new stingers from Meat Seeker Arrows. These things are 5mm. They've just come out. You can get them from Hunter's Free in Europe, and tipped with them because I use these in New Zealand, and they were just the most ridiculous broadheads I've ever used. The 150 grain single bevel VPA broadheads. Vantage Point Archery. Again, kind of like the sight. I don't know if I'm ever going to use any other broadheads. The penetration has been second to none. I frontal shot 3 animals in New Zealand, and as you guys probably saw, you can check it out. Maybe I can put a little link or something down there. The Arapara ram hunt in New Zealand. I plugged that in the chest at about 20, and I thought I'd lost the arrow, but really what happened, it just passed through so easily, exited just in its rump, and had gone 30 meters past it and stuck in the bank. Absolutely incredible broadheads. Stinger, this whole setup is 510-ish grains. So I like to be in that 5 to 550 grain. I think you can kill 80% of anything you're ever gonna poke an arrow at, basically, with an arrow that heavy. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't blooded these yet. I've just done a lot of shooting with them, and boy, are they good. They're like, you know that really nice feeling when you release an arrow and you just watch it fly down, and it's just, feels so good. These are what these do. So even with the broadhead on, I had it dialed in to 40 yards yesterday, like super duper easy. The only thing I had to do was just bump the rest up a little bit because, you know, I like my broadheads heading with the field tips, but it was only a height difference. So just nudge that rest up and we're good to go. Speaking of rest, you've probably already seen it, but I have this, and even though I have the hat, again, I'm not sponsored by this at all. We are sponsored by VPA, and I'm sponsored by the Meat Seeker Arrows, sponsored by Darton, but you know, I'm just trying to be really honest about everything. This is my go-to arrow rest. I'm sure you can see it properly, that one. Oh, there we go. It's a Hamskea Primer. Why do I use this? I could get, you know, any of the other flash ones. This thing is just bulletproof. So easy to work on. It's just machined blocks of aluminium that lock together, and you know, it's easy to adjust. I just want something that's super reliable when I'm out and about hunting, especially like in New Zealand. The bush is really thick and you know, you have to push your bow through stuff. I don't see why I'm going to use anything else. I've had them on all my bows for the last 3 years. They're a really, really good arrow rest. I said side before. I mean, I kind of laugh at the micro-tune stuff a little bit, and this is just my take on it, okay? I'm not, if you do it, that's fine, but you're paying a lot of extra money, you micro-tune it for, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes one day, and then you lock it out, and then, you know, you forget about it. Seems like a lot of money just to do that with, but, you know, do what you want to do, right? I go for reliability. I don't want all the crazy bells and whistles. I just want rock solid, you know, tractor parts, bulldozer parts, tank parts, parts that are rock solid and gonna do the job. So there we have it, my 2022 hunting rig for the season. If I've forgotten something, just drop it in the comments. I'm happy to answer your questions, but I think that about covers everything. I use a Carter Quickie release. It's probably the only other thing I forgot. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a bloody good hunting season. We've got a lot of videos coming out soon. We've got a whole 2021 season that drops next week. Remember, the key to hunting great and shooting straight is subscribing to this channel. Like I said, it's fake scientific news. Like, you can't argue with that. Just do it, right? This is the second time. It's still awkward. Please just hit the subscribe button.